All right, so we're going to talk about our vertical strength now, okay? You guys know that vertical or ground force in the swing is important and vertical power is important. Okay, some of the longest hitters in the world have really good verticals. Dustin Johnson, Tony Finau. They're tall, so it's kind of cheating, but they can both dunk a basketball. Your world long drive guys can usually jump out of a gym. So that vertical component is very important, but remember, we said in our last video, before power comes strength. So we're going to talk about how to get those vertical patterns stronger. And for me, I'm going to talk about three things. Our squatting patterns, obviously, our deadlifting patterns, and then our kettlebell swinging patterns, okay? That's the recipe for me to getting my legs strong and kind of golf ready and keeping them over a long period of time strong and ready for the course. So your squat is fairly simple. You'll see I have a kettlebell under me. You can use a kettlebell for all three of these. You can go down to your store, buy 1-2 kettlebells, and you'll be good to go, okay? But your squat, general principles and form, is just wider than shoulder width. We're gonna go 30 degrees apart, and we're just gonna keep those knees tracking with those toes, okay? To start, we're gonna kick back, and then we're just gonna squat down along that toe line, okay? Keep your chest up, arching your low back. You guys should, I hope, know how to squat, and there's tutorials throughout my Instagram page, okay? Now here's where I think it's very important that we pay attention. My desire for you is to squat below parallel, but it's vitally important that we don't lose this arch in the lower back. I found this out firsthand the times I've hurt my back, okay? I need you to keep this arch. So your range of motion for me, if I'm training you, is as low as you can go, keeping this arch in your lower back. When this starts to go, for me, that's as low as I want you to go. So with most of the clients I'm gonna work with, I'm gonna have them squat to a box, okay? And I prefer that we load not axially, not directly on our spine, but we use like a kettlebell out front. We use some kind of weight this way. And I'm gonna have you load to a box, okay? Sit on the box, establish as much force in the ground as we can, and then work our way up explosively and squeeze the glutes to the top, okay? Because it's not about the amount of weight that we squat. It's about how effectively we can use the ground and how I can get you to engage the ground and engage the ground safely, okay? I don't want to load your spine with 315 pounds and have you buckle at the bottom of a squat, okay? I need you to go as low as you can while protecting that lower back. So again, with most of my clients, I'm going to have them squat to a box, okay? And I also have them squat to a box because I don't want you squatting above parallel with a great amount of weight, because that's gonna put pressure on your knees. The other reason I use the box is to take pressure off the knees, especially if you don't have the mobility to go below parallel, okay? Because in this position, all our weight is jamming into that knee joint, whereas if we can go below parallel, the glutes are able to kind of kick in and take some pressure off that knee, okay? Starting Strength is a great resource. If you have more questions on squat depth, Rip a Toe is a genius when it comes to that. So, but again, when I have clients go to the box, I say take pressure off that knee joint. So I'll have them sit in the box, disengage the knee, and then re-engage the ground as they come back up, okay? So squatting. Deadlifting, okay, also a big part of my program. Okay, deadlifting form is really quite simple to me. It's like 4 steps. Step 1, we establish our stance. 2, bend over. 3, we're gonna crack the knees and establish our posture. And then 4, we just lift, right? And I want you to get very proficient and comfortable in that deadlift form. Now we can use a barbell, we can use a kettlebell. The stronger that pull becomes, the better our posture is gonna be and the more explosive off the ground we're gonna become. And again, same kind of principle applies. I don't want you deadlifting from here, right? I want you to keep that posture. And if that means I'm working with a 60-year-old guy and he's deadlifting from here, that is perfectly fine to me because, I mean, how far are we bending over in a golf swing? We're not going from the floor. So we need to be conscious of our depth and paying attention to our posture and protecting our lower back. So again, if we can lift from the floor or past the floor, cool, right on. You have some hypermobile people who you might stand up and you might make their range of motion at their feet. But for most people, their range of motion is going to be knee height Whereas if they start to get down here, they're going to start to get some arch. I don't want that arch in the lower back. I want to protect that lower back, and I want it to all be absorbed in the glutes and in the hamstrings, so we can just fire and then pop the hips into extension and work the glutes and adductors. So there's your deadlift form. Again, look through my Instagram page, and there's a lot of great resources on how to deadlift. Squat, deadlift, and my favorite for every age group from 15 to 65, 70 years old, safest way I think we can train our strength, which is getting into power. Kettlebell training is strength, and kind of power training is the kettlebell swing. Okay, it's kind of a combo between that squat and that deadlift. Okay, and when we swing this kettlebell, we are training our rhythm, we're enhancing our athleticism, and we are working on applying and leveraging force from the ground, transferring energy into the ground, and then using the ground to swing that kettlebell back up. This rhythm matches athletic movement rhythm. As we are swinging a golf club, throwing a kick, it's that contraction and relaxation phase. We contract to get the bell moving, we relax to swing the bell up, and we repeat that process. And that's what happens in a golf swing. We're working on hip extension, which is crucial in a golf swing. As we come into impact, we go into hip extension and hopefully hit that with our lower body and our legs, boom, through impact. Kettlebell training does that. So if you match those three up, if you have a program where you're working on your squatting, you're working on your deadlifting, and then you're really marrying those two into athletic movement with kettlebell training, you're gonna get stronger and more athletic in the process, okay? So try those out. If you have any questions, let me know. And remember, comment, follow me, comment on why you should get one of these drivers, tag a friend, and follow for a chance to win one of these 3 drivers that we're giving away at the end of this course.